Aries, hi. So this is going to be a reading for June 12th through the 18th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see. Aries, 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 Aries. Bam. Alright, the overall energy for the reading, the Justice card. Alright, so things are either looking balanced or you're trying to bring things into balance. But let's see. In the recent past, the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. There seems to be a stable partnership here of some sort. I don't know what kind of partnership, but there's definitely an interaction. It seems to be solid. It seems to be good, nurturing. Everything's going quite all right in the way that it looks. But there seems to be also a sense of detachment from this partnership. Almost like, well, it's served its time. Goodbye, kind of a thing. Now, I don't know on whose part, but in the current situation, the Six of Wands, the High Priestess, the Ten of Cups. Something's making you happy here, and it feels good, you know, according to everything that feels from within yourself. It looks pretty good. I don't think this is tied up to one particular energy. I feel like it's more of a, you know, looking around you and seeing everything that you've got going on, and it just makes you feel good, like an achievement, you know, when you have those aha moments and you're like, man, I did this, you know, kind of a thing. In the immediate future, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hangman. Alright. So you are looking confused here about something, and because you're confused, because there's a lot of confusion surrounding a particular situation, you're approaching the situation quite slow. You know, you're taking your sweet time just because there's too much going on in your head about it, and you're like, well, you know, let's proceed cautiously, to the point of not proceeding at all. So I see you just stopping at some point, just kind of, you know, let me take a step back actually and take a look at things from a different perspective here. So let's clarify. Let me do the Justice card. The Seven of Wands, the Hermit, the Hangman. Yeah, you seem to be in this place of, you know, you don't have an energy of retreat, you know, shit hits the fan and it's like, let's get out of here. You don't have that, but you definitely have a sense of pausing, you know. In terms of making things right in a particular situation, I feel like there's a lot of need for that on your part to make things right. But at the same time, there's also the sense of, but I'm not going to do anything physically. So almost like allowing for things to settle down, to fall into place. The lack of action here, though, kind of contributes a little bit to your rejection of participating in making things right. So it almost looks like you don't want it. But then you're showing me at the bottom there that, yeah, I do, but I don't want to physically make it happen, you know? So, okay, let me see. King of Swords there in the recent past. The Six of Pentacles, the Strength, the Sun. Great energy here. Again, a sense of partnership, equal give and take. It's looking good. It's looking like you're contributing, they're contributing. Everything looks great. There's a lot of happiness there at the end of it. Let me do that Queen of Pentacles. The Chariot, the Empress, the Ten of Wands. Alright, so on the other hand, on the other side of the fence, so there you are in this energy of everything looks great. The exchange of energy here is wonderful. Everything is good. But whoever it is that you're dealing with here, they definitely come from a very similar place in terms of it just flows naturally, that things are quite good between the two of you. But on their side, I see a sense of heaviness, kind of like, but it's too hard. Almost like it's too hard to keep up with it. You know how, and it's ironic, and a lot of the times we're like, what? But it's looking like one of those things where it's so good, but it's too difficult to keep up with it. So even if it's good, I might not deal with it because it's too hard to sustain it. So it's looking a little bit like that. Even though the flow is there, even though everything's great, they are showing me a sense of difficulty to sustain this energy. Let's do the Six of Swords. The Moon, the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. Yeah. So whoever this is that's attached to you in this partnership, because it got difficult, I feel like they started to pull away. And I feel like there's been signals of that throughout your exchange of energy, where at some point maybe it was quite obvious, but a lot of the times it was quite subtle in the way that they may have signaled that, you know, this is not going to last forever, or eventually this is going to end, or, you know, things like that. But I definitely see the signs here throughout this exchange with you. Let's do the Six of Wands in the current situation. The Temperance card, the Page of Cups, the Star. Alright, so yeah. This is, again, I'm kind of seeing it as an overall energy, not pertaining to one specific situation or person. Where, again, you kind of look around at how much you've grown, how much you've achieved, and things like that, you know, everything that surrounds you, including within yourself. And it's, you're coming in with fresh energy, good energy. It's almost like spring is here, you know, it's like, hey, everything's good. And it's that sense of appreciation on your part of looking at it, being quite humble and quite grateful, you know, no matter how small of an achievement it might be, you know. So great energy. Let's do the High Priestess. Three of Wands, the Death card, the Four of Pentacles. So you're looking like you're having a hard time letting go of something that looks like it's gone. It's done. It's been done for a while. Closed off, and you know it from every angle you look from. You know that this is it. It's done. But you're still having a hard time releasing that, whatever that is, or whoever that is. Let's do the Ten of Cups. Seven of Cups, the Lovers, the Five of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, there's sorry, my foot is itching, so I gotta scratch it. There's a connection that shows up here, pretty strong one. I don't see it as being here. I see your energy still attached to it, but I do see you moving on despite this still being attached to you. This connection, whatever it was, whatever it still is, carries a lot of unhealed energy, a lot of sadness, a lot of regret, things like that, where you're looking to the past at it, and the energy goes down in terms of there's so much unsolved energy around it. But as you're kind of opening up to moving on, or you have maybe already, there's happiness beyond that for you, you know. To me personally, it seems like a new energy is trying to overlap an old energy here. The thing is, if this old energy remains unhealed for you personally, it might come back around to bite you in the ass, you know, when you don't expect it. So just to keep it in mind. Let's do the Eight of Swords in the immediate future. The Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Magician. Wow. You have something going on here, and it could be tied up to material aspects, or maybe a job or something that definitely belongs to the material, that confuses the shit out of you. And it's looking like it's confusing the shit out of you because you want for it to work out, but at the same time, there's no emotional investment in it. And it could appear to you as, why the hell wouldn't it work out? You know? And a big chunk of why it's not working out is because you're not invested in it. You know? You just want it to work out so that, you know, for the heck of it. But not because it means something to you. So it's something that it's almost like wanting to win the lottery but not playing, you know? Kind of like that, and, you know, then being like, why am I not winning? What's going on? Let's do the Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords, the High Priestess. Okay. So something is opening up for you here where I feel like you're being intuitively guided towards whatever this is. And again, it's looking like it's tied up a lot to your sense of stability. And I feel like the minute you stop with manifesting something, especially if it doesn't mean much to you, and you just kind of flow with what's coming up for you, that's when things are starting to show up quite good. Where I feel like this path is going to open up for you, almost luring you in, and you're going to be like, you know, by following your intuition, you're going to open up to it, and it's looking like it's good. This time, this one feels like it's challenging you, it's calling you, and you're responding to it, you know, rather than the energy before of, let's just make this one work. I don't feel anything for it necessarily, but yeah, I hope it works. Yeah, whatever, you know? Let's do the Hangman. Ace of Swords, Two of Cups, the Judgment card. Well, there's something opening up for you. Could be tied up to your heart, could be tied up to love. I don't see you doing anything about it, but I see you wanting to do something about it. You know, so you're kind of looking at it and you're giving yourself plenty of time to think about it, even though you kind of know what's up and you know what you want to do about it. But you're kind of trying to buy time here. You know, by saying, I'm not ready, I'll think about it, we'll see. Yeah, talk to you later. I don't know, stuff like that. So, let's see what the universe has to close it up. The Sun, the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles. I mean, overall, and I do kind of see you heading in that direction, you're kind of playing with some sort of irony here in terms of you may be looking for happiness, but you're not willing to open up your heart. And you still want happiness. So it's kind of like the same thing with, I want for this to work, but it doesn't mean anything to me. So it's like wanting happiness, but not having your heart open for it. So it's like, how are you going to feel it? You know? It could be right there in front of you, but you're not even going to acknowledge it because you're not available for feeling it. So there's a little bit of fear attached to your heart, to open up your heart. And at the same time, you're chasing happiness. And chasing happiness with a closed heart, you're not going to find it even if it's in front of you. So you might want to start working on that heart of yours. And I do feel like it's a lot tied up to, remember what I told you about that connection that may not be here anymore, but you're leaving it behind in the sense of some unsolved energy there, it's fine, I'll work on it later, or whatever the case. That actually, I feel like it has to do a lot with your heart being shut down at this point, in terms of you looking for your own happiness. So, yeah, that's it. That's what I got for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time. Bye.